Here's my little wrap up on Neurodiversity Celebration Week 2024. What is neurodiversity? Yeah, there's still quite a lot of people that don't really understand the definition. It's a socio-political term which just recognises that there is infinite variation between all human brains. Every single human brain is different like a fingerprint, and we all think, process and respond to the world in different ways from each other. What's the neurodiversity paradigm then? And why am I so invested in this? After 15 years of thinking I was broken and defective, when I realised that I was autistic and I found out about neurodiversity, this is what really spoke to me. The neurodiversity paradigm acknowledges that there's not one single kind of brain which is fine and good, and then other kinds of brains which are broken and defective. It acknowledges that every single human brain is different and that that is a good thing, like biodiversity in nature. But what is neurodivergence? The neurodivergent umbrella, it's an umbrella term. Neurodivergence, it means that you've got a brain which is different from the societal expectation of a normal, standard, typical brain. So you're wired a bit differently, or you think and process a bit differently from societal norms. That could be due to having a neurodevelopmental difference, such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, etc. These are all lifelong conditions, and that includes intellectual disabilities and learning disabilities, importantly, and those often get overlooked. It could also mean that you've got an acquired neurodivergence, which has happened during the course of your life. That could be due to a mental health condition that you developed, like I've got complex PTSD, which changes the structure of my brain and how I think and feel and process the world. Or it could be a brain injury, for example, through accident or from having a stroke. And this was my main theme of this year, intersectionality. I chaired a Neurodiversity Celebration Week event about intersectionality, and particularly about the double rainbow, which is when you're neurodivergent and also LGBTQIA+ in some way. I tried to bring a variety of different perspectives to that debate, not just different parts of the LGBTQIA acronym, but also different ethnicities and cultures. And it was an absolutely fascinating debate, and I met some brilliant new people who brought a perspective that hasn't been seen before in Neurodiversity Celebration Week, and I can't wait to find out more about them and hopefully read their books as well. That would be awesome. But we need to acknowledge that intersectionality is vitally important for neuro-inclusion. Many neurodivergent people are multiply marginalised, and I talk a lot about my experiences being autistic and ADHD, and also bisexual or pansexual, and a tomboy as well. But I have a lot of privileges as well. But every human being is complex, and we've all got a lot of different characteristics which combine together to bring unique profiles of marginalisation and privilege. And it's such a fascinating subject. I learned so much from my panellists that I didn't know before, particularly about colonialism, which is quite a new subject for me. I hope that was interesting. I also had 7 speaking events, making this my most successful week so far. But I think it's like Halloween for pumpkin sellers, and I really need to be getting more work throughout the year. So please do have a look at some of the other events that I can tie into, and find me on LinkedIn and on Facebook, and send me an email if you want a free introductory chat. Thank you very much for listening.